I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Los Angeles, the city that never sleeps, once again became the center of the world for the grand night of Vogue World 2025. Hollywood. The biggest stars walked the red carpet, but amidst the flashing lights and the constant buzz of cameras, one figure captured the world's attention in a different way, not with excessive glamour, but with a stunning poise. Kim Taehyung, better known by his stage name V of BTS, stepped onto the stage like poetry come to life. In a sea of celebrities, he was more than just a guest of honor. He symbolized how Korean elegance blends seamlessly with Hollywood glamour. From the moment he appeared at the entrance, the atmosphere changed dramatically. Fans who had been waiting for hours erupted in wild cheers as Taehyung emerged with his calm stride and serene gaze. Instantly, the crowd fell silent, as if realizing that this moment was more than just a meeting between star and fan, but a meeting of culture, history, and timeless charm. His outfit immediately became the center of attention. A sharply cut gray overcoat with wide lapels created a perfect silhouette that exuded authority. However, what truly captured his attention was his red jade-embellished belt, inspired by the traditional Goryeo ornaments of the Joseon era. This touch wasn't just a fashion detail, but a symbolic bridge between Korea's past and global modernity. Every step he took felt like a small dance between style and meaning. Taehyung didn't just wear clothes, he brought them to life. The fabric seemed to move with the rhythm of his body, creating a harmony of softness and strength. The wide-brimmed gray hat on his head added a cinematic feel, making him look like a character from a classic Hollywood film who had suddenly stepped off the screen and stood before the real world. It's no wonder many photographers have called him the man who walked straight out of a timeless movie. But his charm didn't stop at his outward appearance. Beneath the clothes and the spotlight, Taehyung carried something deeper, a warm, calm, and respectful demeanor. He sat in the front row with Dakota Johnson and Cynthia Erivo, exuding a natural aura without the slightest hint of awkwardness. A brief conversation between Taehyung and Dakota was captured on camera, revealing genuine smiles that calmed the atmosphere around them. For fashion observers, Taehyung's presence at Vogue World wasn't just about K-pop or an Asian celebrity appearing on the global stage. He became a symbol of elegant cultural diplomacy, proving that fashion can be a universal language without words. One American journalist even called him the reincarnation of old Hollywood charm in a Korean heart. The phrase went viral within hours on social media, echoing the hashtags #VinHollywood and #TeamVogueWorld. Armies called him the calm storm, a storm that arrives silently, yet leaves a deep imprint on the hearts of those who witness it. And the nickname felt entirely appropriate. The night didn't stop with the cameras. After the show, Taehyung emerged from the VIP area, pushed through security, and approached the fans still waiting outside. He held a bouquet of white flowers in his hand. In a soft voice, he said, "Please share." That simple sentence brought tears to many people's eyes. That moment epitomized who Kim Taehyung truly is, someone who doesn't use fame as a barrier, but rather as a bridge between himself and those who love him. Some fans who received the flowers called it the most personal moment of their lives. The next day, the internet was flooded with photos and videos of the event. Vogue ran an article titled, "Kim Taehyung redefines modern elegance at Hollywood's biggest fashion night," while Harper's Bazaar called it a visual poem in motion. Elle Korea even wrote poignantly, "Taehyung doesn't follow trends, he creates them." That phrase is key to understanding V. He doesn't chase the limelight, but instead becomes it with a contagious serenity. The following day, headlines on news portals from Seoul to New York featured Taehyung's photo on their front pages. Many considered the night more than just a performance, but a new milestone in his fashion career. He was no longer seen simply as a singer or K-pop idol, but as a cultural icon, a symbol of the fusion of art, culture, and global identity. Fashion critics compared him to legendary figures like Gregory Peck and James Dean, icons with a quiet yet unforgettable appeal. The difference is, Taehyung brings a distinctive Eastern touch, softness, serenity, and unpretentious elegance. The day after Vogue World 2025, Los Angeles was still reeling from the influence of one name, Kim Taehyung. In cafes, design studios, and even in fashion magazine editorial offices, everyone was talking about the same thing. Who was that man in gray? Videos of his red carpet appearances surpassed 50 million views in just 24 hours. From TikTok to Weibo, from Paris to Jakarta, clips of his serene smile and graceful strides became a new symbol of understated elegance, something long lost in the hyped world of modern fashion. However, the real impact unfolded not just on social media, but within the fashion industry itself. Several major fashion houses reportedly contacted Taehyung's agency immediately after the event. Sources in Paris even reported that V had received 3 exclusive collaboration offers from top European fashion brands inspired by the gray aura he displayed that night. Meanwhile, Vogue US published a follow-up article titled "The Kim Taehyung Effect: When Elegance Becomes Emotion." In it, the senior editor wrote, "Taehyung doesn't just wear clothes. He conveys emotion through color, texture, and gesture. The fashion world needs someone like him, one who makes elegance feel human again." In Korea, news of Taehyung's accomplishments in Hollywood made headlines in almost every national media outlet. Many called him the pride of Korea, because amidst the hustle and bustle of the Western world, Taehyung hadn't lost his identity as a Korean man who respected his cultural roots, even in details as small as the traditional belt he wore. A few days later, Taehyung returned to Seoul, but the welcome he received at the airport far exceeded anyone's expectations. Hundreds of fans crowded the international arrivals area. Many of them carried white flowers, symbols of the shared moments Taehyung shared in Hollywood. The hashtag Welcome Back Taehyung immediately topped global trends on Twitter and Instagram. One viral comment read, "He didn't just represent Korea, he elevated it." Interestingly, American media outlets like GQ, Esquire, and the New York Times began calling Taehyung the bridge between East and West in modern aesthetics. Some cultural analysts even called this phenomenon the starting point of a paradigm shift in the global fashion industry, where cultural authenticity is now a new value, replacing artificial luxury. The influence of Vogue World 2025 didn't stop there. It began to be felt in the business sector. Several brands that had previously collaborated with Taehyung reported sales spikes of up to 30% in just 1 week. Collections featuring gray clothing and traditional Korean elements suddenly became a new trend in the global market. Many called it the Taehyung color era. A Japanese fashion magazine wrote bluntly, "Kim Taehyung doesn't chase fashion. Fashion follows him." Meanwhile, a design studio in Milan announced that it was preparing a new clothing line directly inspired by Taehyung's Hollywood look, combining modern tailored suits with textured elements of traditional East Asian fabrics. In an exclusive interview published by El Korea a week later, a journalist asked Taehyung if he realized the profound impact his Vogue World appearance would have. With a small smile and a calm tone of voice, he replied, "I wasn't trying to create a moment. I was just trying to be myself. If people can feel something from that, then I'm grateful." It was a simple answer, but it became the most shared quote in global media that week. Because in the entertainment world saturated with imagery and image, honesty is a rare luxury, and Taehyung possesses it. Shortly afterward, rumors began to spread that Taehyung would be personally invited by Vogue World Paris 2026 as a guest curator, a role never before granted to Asian artists before. While unconfirmed, the rumors were enough to spark public speculation that Taehyung's fashion career had just entered a much bigger new chapter. Fashion critics began to attribute this phenomenon to what they called the Taehyung principle, the idea that true style isn't about standing out, but rather about representing cultural values and honesty without losing modernity. And so it went, from the Hollywood red carpet to the hearts of his fans around the world. Kim Taehyung became more than just a fashion icon. He became a symbol of calm in the noise and elegance in simplicity.